But here we go. That's enough. That's enough looking at games, talking about games. Allow me to reintroduce you all once more to Queen Karla. Let's bring up the sign here so you can see her in all her glory. As you can see, Queen Karla, she's sympathetic and sober. And, you know, she's a master of arms. The barons have just won a modern army victory. They're large, they're in charge. And so she's generally in favour of the barons and their military might. She's going to be avoiding drinking and parties if she can. And we love a good underdog story, so we tend to favour the weaker parties at court. And we try not to execute or imprison people if we can help it. By the way, how did my son do? Like who knows? 5 weeks back? That is... That's ancient history. I don't even know. I don't even know what happened last week, really. Life's too rough. But here we are again. The one where you denied the Baron's modern army? Did I? I don't know. But anyway, check it on in. No faith across the board. Terrible. Military is empty everywhere but the march, where it's at 10. Farming is kind of rough and patchy, and trade is pretty rough in the south. And the grandees have been crushed completely. At least the patricians have a bit of trade and farming to deal with. But yeah, let's go through and introduce everyone. Welcome on in to our barons. We got Baron Gibbo, Nexus. We got Baron Nilhawa, Baroness Kitty Cathy II, Baron Trocanero, and Baron Mean Man. Welcome on in, everyone. Your flat broke? Yeah, it might not stay that way. The save balked? Yeah, no. So I had a backup save I kept. So we're at the start of Queen Karla again. We've got Grandees with Grandee Whopper, Grandee Weldris II, Grandee Gagazi, and Grandee Hyena Droid. Welcome on in, all of our Grandees. And finally, joining us, we have our Patricians, Lord Patrician Nivmilk, Lord Patrician Ephra II, Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie IV, and Lord Patrician Ganahan II. And Sideshow's just come in. Hello, Sideshow. Welcome on in to the south. There we go. That covers it. There's no bug. We're going to start, as always, with the path to victory. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers. Unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I shall see to it that the farmlands of the south and the farmlands of the march are restored to glory, and that all shall eat. I will be remembered as the mother of a nation. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners, or are you just hoping for a fabled passage in the history books? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Alright, we've got the council introduction. Let's shake hands with you all. We pulled it off, didn't we? The barons are finally in charge and we can sort this kingdom out. Yes, Nilhawa. Now just remember our little arrangement. We put you on that damn throne so we can tell, so you do as we tell you. Got it? Ah, glory to the march. Huzzah! Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council, but don't forget what I told you today. Alright, who have we got from the patricians? It's Ephra. Hello, Ephra. A pleasure to meet you, your serene highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And finally, the grandees of the south. It's Sideshow. May the knife God bless your reign, your holiness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honour and faith. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices. Meanwhile, what do you think? Will she be a good little queen and do as she's told? Too early to tell. We should have a backup plan, just in case. Alright. Coronation time. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from Monarch Erman, but you must still answer to the council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. Okay, let's get this over with. Shall we call the nobles in? Okay, what are we going to do here? Lavish parade, I don't think we like. Commoners swear a blood oath, throw me in the river, put on a vast banquet for the queen. We're going to just veto that one, the lavish parade. We don't like fountains of wine, sounds very excessive. The banquet would be nice though. Nice feast for everyone. Vote how you please, everyone. The options are B, the blood oath, C, the river, or D, the vast banquet. I don't want to spend money. How many of you are there? There's 14 apparently. How dare these poor famine-ridden grandees make me spend money? Well, you know, it's there's not a lot of farming anywhere, to be honest. A rising tide floats all ships and all that. Okay, that's 11 votes out of 14. I think that's going to be everyone. Oh, okay. 12 out of 14. If you've yet to vote, you can make a difference. I'll do a final countdown in chat, and then we'll move on. There we go. Thank you, Gibbo. Yeah, Ganahan's vote was like, oh, okay, that could flip. But it wasn't enough. The nobles spare no expense, and your banquet table groans under the weight of it all. Whole roasted peacock, a boar's head stuffed with swan's tongues, an entire whale turning on a spit. It's a meal fit for a queen, which is now, you suppose, what you are. 300 gold. There we are. Eyes down, everyone. It's time to scheme. We got the barons. We got Micah, the Trocanero bloodline. Powerful marcher equestrian. Standing before a blazing earth, yelling at full volume. What a coup! Karla now sits on the throne and the barons are in charge. But the other regions will already be scheming to depose her. Do we stay loyal to the new queen or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? Okay, Micah and the barons, what will it be? A for loyalist, A for loyalist, or A for loyalist? Only joking. B, uprising, you're going to rely on the peasants. And C, propaganda, you're going to put up posters of Micah everywhere and solicit popular support. Loyalist, propaganda. You made me spend money. And listen, we're good. We're good. That was more farming for you too. Okay, that's a swing for loyalist. It's okay. Thank you very much. That settles it then. Glory to the Queen and glory to the march. But we can always change our minds. If Karla ever gets out of line, we can take up arms and get rid of her, the old-fashioned way. The Baron's goal is to aid the Queen by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. They will win the game if the Queen produces an heir and completes her ambition. However, if defiance ever gets too high, they can still change their minds and rise up in rebellion. Celebrity! It's Avis of the Celebrity Slap family. Welcome on in. You've been placed into Pats. Avis of the Celebrity Slap family, legendary business mogul, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Karla. Something must be done. Okay. Patricians, do you want subterfuge to replace my inner council? Doppelganger to find a body double to replace me with? Or would you like to play Monopoly and buy up the whole kingdom? Need to rebuild the strength of your dynasty, eh? It's fine. We got a slight lead on Monopoly, but we'll dial it down 3, 2, 1 and we'll move on. If you're a patrician and you've yet to vote, you can vote now. 2, 1. Boom. Celebrity, join he, C. Oh, okay, you voted for C, which we got anyway. Monopoly. Patricians plan to privatise this entire damn kingdom. First, they must build up their industry. To advance their scheme, the patricians must raise their trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. No worries, that's fine. Tonu. Tona? Tuna? I don't know how to say your name, Tuna. Welcome on in. You've been placed in the patricians who have just elected to go for the Monopoly scheme. But welcome on in. As you came straight in with a join he, I'll assume that you've played before and you know what's the what. I will just say quickly though that we do like to roleplay here. I've got my own roleplay rules and many of my regulars also roleplay a fair bit. So bear that in mind. People might not vote for the thing that will necessarily help the scheme to win. Ernesto of the hyena droid lineage, sinister southern firebrand, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honour. We must not allow it to go unanswered. What shall it be for the grandees? We got A, witch hunt, B, fervour, or C, excommunication. All of the grandees exclusive options, all of which have faith involved at one point or another. All of which I think are going to be kind of rough. You guys have the Pope? What? No Pope, only Archie. Fervour, it looks like we're going for. I think that's a clear winner. I think there's only 5 of you. The grandee claimant Ernesto has been chosen by the Ninth God to be the next king. He has promised the first miracle, food for all. To advance their scheme, the grandees must raise their farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Okay. I'm not mad about it. So we got Micah, a bastard offshoot in the march. The barons are staying loyal. Gonna stay loyal to me. And should I win, the barons also get to give themselves a pat on the back. We have Ernesto, a false pretender in the south. The grandees are pursuing a further scheme. And their first step on that, they need to get their own farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons' time. They currently have 2, so they need +3 farming. But, as I'm also pro-farming, it's probably not a bad shout. They're probably going to make that. Finally, we got Avis, a long-lost nibbling in the coast. The patricians are scheming and monopoly. They want to have at least 5 trade in 4 seasons. They currently have 9. So I will assume they're going to walk the first stage of their scheme. You know what? I like money. And so do all of you. What's that? Pirates? And an invitation to the south. Okay. Let's deal with an invitation to the south. Your Majesty, it is my singular honour to invite you to attend the annual Night of the Seven Pyres celebration. I look forward to attending. Praise the Ninth. I trust you are willing to finance and organise one of the pyres. It's customary for the Queen to do so if she's in attendance. I'll make sure it's a night to remember. I look forward to it, Your Majesty. Goodbye, Hyena Droid. I'll see you at the Night of the Seven Pyres. Okay, mutated. You must do something about the pirates that have been plaguing the coast ocean trade routes. I lost a whole shipment of fine silks. And they killed the crew, of course. It won't be cheap to replace. It's kind of rough, isn't it? When your navy ain't nothing. Alright, I think, honestly, as much as I would like to bribe the pirates, I don't think it works. And I think you're all going to agree with me, so I'm going to take a gamble on this. Gamble on C, there's nothing to be done. Which is rough, but you know. I hate to do this, but guys, no, please don't make me waste a load of money on this. Barons, grandees, wake up, the treasury is under threat. And the treasury could be spent, squandered on trying to keep pirates happy, which will never work. Dear God, please. Doesn't feel good. 18,000? You guys lost 300 each. It was nothing what you lost. Just in time, thank you very much. There we are. Oh. The patricians scowl behind their masks and retreat to their opium dens, where they no doubt wonder why they even have a queen in the first place. Over the coming month, their trade routes are blighted by escalating pirate raids. Still, what are you expected to do? Pirates are a natural risk of seafaring, like sharks or scurvy. You could have rolled gamble on A. A wasn't an option. A was fight it with our navy, and the patricians have no navy. B, no, I don't think so. That would have allowed me to lose 12,000 instead of 18,000. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The patricians with champion gladiators from the arena, the grandees with fierce battle nuns from the Sister of the Still, and the barons are a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, Your Majesty, these guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be Lord of Coin above all. No need to even ask, Marshal. The Queen knows that our veterans are the only ones with experience of real warfare. Okay, yeah, that's true. I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. It's going to be the veterans of the march, 100%. I will make the arrangements at once. The veterans arrive a few weeks later. They march into your throne room in perfect formation before lining up behind your throne, hands on their sword hilts. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. Who could have foreseen that there'd be lawlessness along the coast after the disastrous Patricians' Rebellion? What have we got? We got A, the monument. What do we need? So Grandees want more farming. They can get it with C, the aqueduct. Patricians want to keep their trade up. They can do so with E, the Grand Bazaar. A, the monument would help me with my authority, and that would push off the Patricians' ability to launch a civil war. So I'm going to open this up so you can see everyone's money here. We're going to start the auction right now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. The top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will get a refund. You have about 40 seconds to get all your funding in, so try not to miss out. There is, however, a slight delay on stream, so we'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. What we got? C and B? I don't know why B's getting funded, but okay. "10 seconds. Right, what did we end up with? Thieves Guild and Aqueduct, I guess. Guess that's okay. Patricians can now rebel, but they have 0 military, so I wouldn't recommend it. Your August Majesty, our pirates are more aggressive than ever. They follow a pirate queen who calls herself the Bloody Gull. She established a stronghold on a tiny speck of land called Spiderheart Isle. According to our spies, she is growing every day in power and wealth. What are we to do? Only half our trade vessels reach their destinations. We can send the negotiator, the diplomat. That wouldn't be terrible, would it? Maybe you should boink her. Maybe. Well, it looks like we're leaning towards a bounty, which has a 60% success chance, so, you know, it could work. We're gambling now. Yes, yes we are. With the fate of the nation. %. What's it got? Success. You post an impressive bounty on the Bloody Gull's head and wait and wait. A month later, someone arrives in the palace, a broken-nosed fellow in a stained coat. He's carrying a bloody burlap sack, which he thumps onto your table. I solved your pirate problem. Weren't easy, now give me the money. Check inside the sack. Yep, it's a woman's head. You're not sure what you expected. Ask your spy master to confirm the identity of the head in the sack. Reports from Spiderheart are garbled, but it certainly seems the pirate queen has been killed. I think our grubby friend is telling the truth. How did you do it? They call me Topcoat. I was a pirate captain and a friend to the Bloody Gull, once. That's before she started demanding I call her Your Highness, and telling me to bow and scrape and such. But there's no Queen of the Sea, so when I saw your bounty, I thought I'd correct her of her delusions and make a pretty penny doing it. Give the man his money and send him on his way. Thank ye kindly, your majesty. In wake of the Bloody Gull's death, the pirate attacks along the coast die down. The Ghost Sea is still full of danger, but the trade routes are safe once more. The Queen is dead, yeah. Paper full of news. Look at this, your majesty. Chancellor holds up a wad of paper. On the front is printed The Daily Squawk, along with a dense block of text. They're calling it a paper of news because everything that's written in it is new. It's like a little town crier made out of parchment. Oh, what an intriguing idea. Indeed. If you look, it even has a little picture stories in the back pages. How droll. The paper news quickly takes the kingdom by storm. It seems everyone is reading it. Soon enough, there are even competitor papers, and you're being asked to give an interview. Don't do it, your holiness. It's beneath the dignity of your office. Well, no, we're gonna do something. B or C. Only one room for one queen in this kingdom? Yes. Love the droll little picture stories. They are very good. We're voting for freedom of the press, it seems. Oh dear. I like this guy. Could he be the honor guard? Oh, what? Top hat? No, I don't think so. We're not going to hire a former captain. Hello, Shadow Moon. Welcome on in. You've never had a conversation quite like this with a commoner before. This journalist keeps actually asking difficult questions to your face. How do you respond? Let me address your question in detail, good sir. You talk at length about your justifications for your actions, while the journalist takes copious notes. Once the interview is over, all you can do is wait for the article to come out the next day. Your servant soon arrives with a fresh copy. 50-50. Please be good. To your horror, the interview makes you look terrible. The journalist hasn't lied about anything, but somehow your words have come out all wrong. You look like an idiot. Even the nobles take the article at face value, and the newspaper goes on to be the fastest selling newspaper in history, which is easy enough since they've only been around a few months. From this point on, you'll be worried about journalists covering your every move. Damn. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Anyone will do, Chancellor, anyone. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. It's an easy enough decision. You're marrying to the barons as we agreed before you took the throne, right? Right? I mean, that would be simple. Oh. We got 2 votes for rebellion among the patricians. But that's it. Right, I don't have the money to bribe anyone. I don't really want to cruel tax anyone either. A taxing issue, here we go. Your Majesty, help us, help us. Baron Mean Man of the March has been bleeding us dry, yes. What is he doing? Our taxes are 10 times higher than they've ever been. I can't afford to feed me cows. You need it? I can't pay my taxes. I need this. It's true, Your Majesty. Baron Mean Man has been taxing his peasants at least twice as much as the next highest noble. It's been a hard year, Your Majesty. I have barely any gold in my vault. I'm just doing what I can to stay afloat. This is a matter for the council's consideration. Well, we don't really want to chuck anyone in the dungeon, do we? Right. Shall the nobles have the right to overtax their peasants, or shall we assume control of the taxes? Please, milady. Well, it looks like... Listen, I've spared you from prison at least. Alright. True, it could be worse, yeah. Alright, it's kind of close. There's a bunch of you who've yet to vote, but you could flip it if you want. 3, 2, 1 and we'll move on. Boom, boom. By the 9th, tax collection has been our duty since the days of old. Why should the rest of us be punished because of Baron Mean Man's mistake? Royal Tax Collector proves to be diligent and efficient, but the barons are outraged at the implication they can't be trusted. Well, the cows weren't being fed. I don't know why I would trust you. What bats? You have 2 cows. One gives you enough milk to start a successful business. The other earns a medal fighting pirates as the best recruit of the military. Speaking of the patricians' military, Your Serene Highness, the situation in the coast is dire. The patricians, I mean the Queen's, navy is in tatters. So few ships remain that I fear we lack the presence to patrol our own trade routes. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the coast. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? The traders from the March can build new ships. 100% B is the way. B for barons. I think this way the barons will get a kickback, maybe, if it's successful. Which it ought to be at 90%. I can't believe there are some of you that want the coin toss. Some men just want to watch the world burn, eh? If I suffer from taking someone with me, well, not today, it looks like. The coast without ships is like a library without books. You set march of carpenters, Wainwrights and Coopers to making sea vessels to replace those the patricians have lost. The new shipbuilding jobs brings life to Marcher economy, and the patricians get boats they've always wanted for an absolute bargain. There we are. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Okay, so we are going to be leaning to the Baron option, I think, but truthfully, we want someone that's good in the military, someone that's just and right and treats the peasants fairly, and or somebody who is quite sober. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. From the coast we have Zeno, wealthy heir to Lord Patrician Ephra Bulbasaur's estate. He wasn't originally the heir, but his elder brother had an unfortunate accident. His interests are typical of the coast. Money, and making more of it. Unfortunately, he's quite bad at it. All his business deals seem to fall through. Oh! Ephra, discipline your child. Should be a lot better. From the south we have Bellona, eldest daughter of the Whopper lineage. See the scarf? She got that in a duel. She's always challenging people over some slight, that's good. The 8th king she cares for is her faith, which she places above all worldly concerns. Despite that though, she's said to have collected sins like a soldier collects medals. She's alright. She's good. And finally we have the March's offering. Victorious, scion of the prestigious Gibbo Nexus bloodline. Amongst most barons, she can conduct an entire conversation without shouting. And look at her, absolutely stunning. She can always be found at a card table drunk as a skunk, betting away her inheritance. Despite that, she's obsessed with carving a place in history for herself. You know what? I think it's the Grandee's option, right? What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. Getting drunk at the card table is not good. That's not good behaviour. Alright, it's going to be Bellona. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. I don't know. I think we're still good. But yeah, there we go. Alright, patricians can still rebel. Grumpy. It's not long until the night of the 7 Pyres. As you journey south, the sun beats down like a hammer. Grandee Hyena Droid meets you at the gates of the city of Morona. Glad you could make it, Your Majesty. Welcome to Morona. Tell me what I need to do. Each of the pyres is an effigy of one of the 8 gods, consumed by holy flame. Your role is to provide the surrounding entertainment and pay for the event's spectacular climax. But first, which of the deposed gods' effigies do you want to be responsible for burning? Let's go for the 7th god, the Lord of Darkness. An excellent decision, Your Majesty. Traditionally, the 7th god's effigy is over 50 feet high and burned in the central square, usually attracting the biggest crowd. Oh, Shadow Moon and Ace, hello. Welcome on in. Where's Arrow Ace? There you are. You're in the march. Right, we're going to do it, as always. We're going to have the lines. Ah, yes, a spot of danger should keep the peasants interesting. You'll need more than that to draw a crowd, however. Who else? Clowns? I must admit, Your Holiness, the things horrify me. But it is your decision. Anyone else? Acrobats. Trapezing above the roaring flames, enough to make even a stone heart sing. With all of these entertainers, your pyre will be quite the spectacle. Traipsing above the roaring flames, enough to make even a stone heart sing. With all those entertainers, your pyre will be quite the spectacle. Your work is not yet done, Your Majesty. You must decide on the pyre's spectacular climax. Sometimes we go with fireworks, but those are expensive. The black powder must be sourced all the way from Kerf. A less exciting alternative is to topple the effigy over like a falling tree. A normal amount of fireworks should be enough. Wonderful, Your Majesty. Your pyre will culminate in a fireworks display, bringing the night sky alive. I will make the arrangements at once. I can't wait. Soon the night of the 7 pyres is upon you. The streets of Mayrona are crammed with merrymakers as the royal stagecoach makes its way to the town square. The citizens greet you with cheers and tossed roses. The effigy of the 7th god towers over the rooftops, a 50-foot demon with fearsome horns. As it bursts into flames, out come your acrobats, clowns and lion tamers. The clowns, they honk and squeak. The lions pose and prance and leap through hoops. Overhead, acrobats glide above the flames like doves. The crowd applauds, delighted at the sheer spectacle. Finally, your effigy explodes and fills the night sky with fizzing colours. The crowd coos. The surrounding buildings look distinctly flammable. Hopefully, nothing will go wrong. 80%, so what could go wrong? Nothing. Fortunately, no stray sparks catch anything alight. Thank the stars you didn't want to be known as the queen who burnt down Mayrona. The next day you wait anxiously to hear how the south reacted to your fiery display. Alas, Your Majesty, your pyre has been judged a damp squib. Despite everything, totally outshone by the others. I assure you, though, we do appreciate the effort. Maybe next time. As you say, Your Majesty, have a safe journey back to the capital. Your Majesty, the Archduke of Saul has invited you to his forthcoming wedding. Your attendance would help shore up relations between our two great nations. By the 9th god, great nation, the Isle of Saul is nothing more than a nest of pirates and cutthroats. I heard it isn't even a proper marriage anyway. The Archduke is marrying a fish. The groom is a finfolk, one of the denizens of the sea, and perfectly sapient. And actually amphibious. Well, the church does not agree with a man marrying a fish. We mustn't legitimise this fast by allowing the Queen to attend. Of course I should attend a wedding, right? I'm going to do a call for unity. Let's attend that wedding. Can't a man love his fish? What happens between a man and his fish is between a man and his fish, okay? Okay. Gonna do a final countdown. Boom. He's getting married to a fish. Excellent. The wedding is scheduled for next year. I'll inform the Archduke that you shall be delighted to attend. Huh. This kingdom is sliding into madness. When it's announced that you are attending the wedding, the grandees are naturally scandalised. But the peasants, sentimental as ever, are in favour of your decision. Public opinion turns against the overly strict church. There we go. Speaking of weddings, your wedding to Bologna is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Bologna at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? I do, Archie. Then I'll pronounce you queen and wife. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Bologna, dances so vigorously that she spills wine all over herself. By the time you'll find yourself alone with Bologna, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Good God, I am so drunk, yet somehow not drunk enough. Time for more wine. Well, I think you've had enough. Bah, you sound just like my mother. But I suppose you're right. So, what did you think of the wedding? It's damn beautiful from start to finish, wasn't it? I had a whale of a time. What do you like to do in your spare time, dear? Well, I've dedicated my life to the one true faith, of course. The knife God is with me, every step I walk. Should we go to bed together? No time like the present, eh? She swigs back the last drag of her wine and leads you to bed. There we go. We are so good now. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The coast's economy has never been better. We're making more money than I know what to do with. Money breeds money. I made a series of investments to improve our profits even more. What do we do with the rest of this gold? Time to start buying things, of course. Land, roads, bridges, we'll buy up the whole kingdom piece by piece. But first, the Queen must be in desperate need of our gold. To advance their scheme, the patricians must load the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. The oversized Ninth Herald has finally manifested on Celestaff, taking the form of a humble noble known as Ernesto, who hails from a farming town in the South Hills. Or so the grandees claim. Ernesto is making strides to feeding the common folk, but that won't be enough at this rate. You're right. He's promised a cornucopia for the people, but so far the harvest has been lacking. Ernesto can't deliver a miracle, we'll have to. The grandees' aim is to raise their farming to at least 5. We'll get there, don't worry, grandees. Your day will come. So let's have a look. Barons are staying loyal, very good. Ernesto needs to get 5 farming, currently at 3. And Avis and the patricians, they're moving on to their second stage. They need to load a treasury to 1,500 or less. Just do the miracle. Hello, Lurks. Okay, we are... Ooh. Island rises. Okay, let's do this. Your Highness, something most strange has occurred in the Ghost Sea. A new island has risen, halfway between our shores and the Isle of Saul. The Thing folk raised it from the depths using their weird ocean magic. It's true, Your Majesty. The Finn folk raised the island to celebrate the marriage of their prince to the Archduke of Saul. They will gift it to him on the day of the ceremony. This is terrible news. That island is of immense strategic importance. We can't let it fall into Saulish hands. Oh. You know what? I don't mind it. I don't like it, but I don't mind it. Shall we pay a wizard? I don't think we'll do secret negotiations. It's up to you all to vote how you will. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. We're going to send Chansey off to the fish folk. Going to do a final countdown. Final call for votes, everyone. Okay. Capital idea. Hang on, I didn't agree to this. Just seduce the fishman, you wimp. What the Marshal is trying to say is that you're unattached and the Chancellor of the Kingdom. You'd make a far better match for this Finfolk Prince than the Archduke of some rainy little island. Your Majesty, listen to reason. Don't send me underwater to propose marriage to some damp little frog creature. Just go and see what happens, no pressure. Welcome on in, advisor. Exactly, just talk to him, see if there's a spark. Where is advisor? There you are in the patricians. There won't be a bloody spark, we'll be underwater. With great reluctance, your Chancellor is eventually persuaded to go on a clandestine visit to one of the Finfolk's undersea villages. Our soldiers are renowned throughout the kingdom and beyond. We've awarded so many medals that can serve as full plate mail in a pinch, Your Majesty. Granted, we've had our issues with them getting restless, but even so, they've gone from strength to strength. Why don't I transfer some of our best troops to help police the capital? They'd improve security and show the Marcher Army for what it is, the pride of the kingdom. You want to station soldiers in the capital? Your Majesty, think of a threat to your security. Let us make use of them instead. I think I'll do a call for unity and we can bring them to the capital, right? I'm happy to do that. Teeny, welcome on in. Teeny, where are you? There you are. Welcome on into the game. Okay. That's a clear... We're going to station soldiers in the capital. The barons are delighted and praise your name throughout the march, and to anyone who will visit. Soon squads of proud Marcher infantry in heavy boots and fur hats are patrolling the capital, barking orders to anyone they see misbehaving. The other nobles aren't so pleased. Seeing soldiers in Marcher uniforms on the street makes everyone very nervous. But crime does go down, and the people of the capital are happy. Stories spread the news of guards rescuing cats from the trees and children's balls from rooftops. Oh my god, we are so good. Greetings, Karla. I've had an idea. As I'm sure you know, my fellow grandees have been shirking in their religious duties a bit recently. Faith in the knife god could certainly be higher in the south right now. The problem is the feeling of disconnection from the church here in the capital. I didn't know. I bugged the save. I botched it last time. So we'll have another go for it another time. But I think if the message came from one of their own, it might make a difference. You want to become a preacher? Not a preacher exactly, just an ambassador, I suppose. To show them what it means to be a faithful adherent of the ninth god. Will you give me your blessing? Go forth and bring the good word to them, my love. Praise the ninth, I'll make preparations immediately. Word spreads fast as the Queen Consort will tour the south. Thousands flock to the towns and villages where she plans to stop. Once she arrives, Bellona gives a series of impassioned speeches to locals, pleading with them to abandon their heathen ways. It strikes a chord. The Archbishop happily announces that church attendance is rising all across the region. There we go. Look at Grandies. Look at that. You got 2 whole points of faith. Good job. Still got no military, but good job. Deep in the back rooms of the Royal Palace, the Archer Barons are poring over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by coloured string. The Queen didn't marry Victoria, but at least she married someone. Now she just needs to get on with finding an heir. Aye, the clock is ticking. The coastal economy is booming, even more than usual. I'm convinced the patricians are hoarding wealth for some nefarious end. I just can't figure out what. And we've got to keep up our efforts. Queen Karla isn't going anywhere on our watch. Grass is always greener from a patch of dirt. Yeah. The barons must continue to aid the Queen by countering the other region's schemes. They will win the game if the Queen produces an heir and completes her ambition. Right, buildings time. Let's be real. The Grandies are going to want C, the aqueduct, to boost their farming. Patricians, I think, might want E, the fortress, to worry about their military. And that's about it. If you are a baron and you're staying loyal, D, the library, would bring my stability up to max, which would be really nice. Here's how much we've all got. We're going to start the auction right now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. The top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Bids on all other items will be refunded. You've got about 40 seconds to get your bidding in, so try not to miss out. There is, however, a slight delay on stream, so I will type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Oh dear Lord. Fund C, 1 million. I'm actually broke. Very good. How droll. We got a cathedral. 10 seconds. 10 seconds left. Right, what did we end up with? The fortress and the library. No cathedral. Your Majesty, I've returned from my underwater visit to the Finfolk village and, well, there's no easy way to say this. I would like you to meet my husband, Prince Glorb. That's not quite the right pronunciation, but I love that they're trying. So there was a spark. My magic reed slipped out of my mouth and I almost drowned, until Glorb saved me with a kiss. After that, well, it was love. At least this definitely means the Archduke of Saul won't be getting a hold of that island. Prince Glorb has assured me it is ours now, to do with as we please. Absolutely, anything for my wonderful spouse. Let's see what the council wants to do with our new island. I won't mention my new husband, it'll only complicate matters. Okay. Hmm. Yo, okay. South, do you want military? Because I kind of want the military for the South. I think that would be good and fair. And then everyone's on the up with things. I'm going to do a royal gamble on A. Please vote A. And we'll get the South some military. The Southern Navy. I see the patricians are like, ooh, no. We want trade instead. Grandees, where are you? I'm trying to give you some military. Come and get it. God damn it, Grandees. Wake up. It's time. Alright, it's tied up. I'm going to do a final countdown of 3, 2, 1. I'm going to take my cash money, thank you. The new island is an empty little rock, devoid of vegetation, but it's a perfect place to build a fortress. Soon, the South has command of the surrounding waters. Meanwhile, the Archduke's wedding called off, he becomes the object of mockery throughout Celestath, but he'll survive. After all, there are plenty more fish in the sea. Ah. Alright, what have we got here? A tempting offer. Your Majesty, it's come to my attention that across the kingdom there are all manners of roads, bridges, walls, canals. And what do they all have in common? They're damn expensive to build. Exactly, Your Supreme Majesty. And yet you make no money. I'm willing to take them off your hands, saving you the costs of upkeep, and pay you handsomely in return. Ask your treasurer, it makes perfect financial sense. What do you make of it? Fortunately, the treasury is looking quite healthy. We don't need to sell anything. But a sudden interest of the patricians in public property is quite suspicious. Perhaps we should call a council vote. I think we can start charging tolls, but you know. At the very least, we should tell the patricians to shove off. Oh no. What's the matter? You don't want to pay tolls? Damn, I thought I'd get a little extra cash there. Alright, final countdown. Bada bing, bada boom. My lawyers will have something to say about this. They do, and a new decree is bogged down with legal challenges. After months of agonising courtroom antics, it is declared unconstitutional. You weren't aware the kingdom even had a constitution. The council isn't interested in trying to pass the law a second time. You've delayed the patrician's scheme. The stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. What Queen advisor we've got? Hold on. Let me open up the sign. Queen Karla. Same as last week. But we bugged the same save last week, but we're sympathetic, we're sober, and we're a master of arms. So take a moment to read all that while I nip to the kitchen. I'll grab a drink. You all have a quick stretch. I'll be back in about a minute or so. Alrighty, I return. Oh, about your heir. There we go. Your marriage to Bologna has grown stale. Oh. You get along well enough, but you made some good memories together, but there's no spark. Oh, sign? Sorry, let me put it down. Sir, the sign! The sign! There is a sign! She cares more about the knife god than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. We got the sign, don't worry. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own will do the trick even if they're a bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins. I do quite like my wife. We'll have a go. We'll have a go. The traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. I mean, we're kind of like in a rut. We're not super in love, but we're not like unhappy. Right, I think we can common everyone. That's fine. Okay, an invitation, a kraken, a winter chill. Let's deal with the winter chill. The march of winter has been especially cruel this year, Your Majesty. I can still feel it in my bones. Yes, Kitty. Settle down and warm up. It's not just about me. In the March, the river's frozen and people won't work for fear of frostbite. My butler touched an iron fence post and lost his entire finger. I think we're going to do something. I'd want to send the patricians with surplus food. I'm happy to gamble on that. But we could also just send food to stockpile. I think B would be a wasted effort. But C's pretty good. No, Gagazi, I've vetoed D. We're not going to leave the barons to deal with it. Oh. Alright, okay, that is again a bit of a tie. There's 5 or 6 of you yet to vote. 3, 2, 1 and we'll move on. The patricians gather vast amounts of food from their own harvest and load it onto wagons. It's a tricky business rolling them into the march, but the people are delighted. There we go. Barons and peasants alike hole up in their homes, comfortable until the winter passes. Good job, patricians. Thank you very much. Now, speaking of good jobs, Kraken. A Kraken! A real-life, honest-to-knife Kraken! Just outside my harbour, off the western shore. Okay, Teeny Bert. We should send our navy to subdue the beast at once. A Kraken has every advantage in a sea battle, Your Majesty. Perhaps a lighter touch is preferable. It said Kraken can be appeased by an offering of living creatures. Heretical nonsense. You can't be considering this, Your Majesty. Think the sacrifice, we can drop a cow in the ocean and hope for the best, right? Right? The royal gamble. No, it's a cow. It's not an actual person. Send the Chancellor to marry the Kraken? Come on, the farming was good to save the barons. It should be good to feed a kraken. Okay, I think we're good there. That's a majority vote. Thank you very much. Dozens of goats and cows are rounded up and carted off to Lady Patrician Teenybert's hometown, where they're dumped unceremoniously in the water near her estate. To the church's great anger, the bizarre plan works. The kraken presumably eats its fill and disappears back into the depths. Coastal villagers celebrate by burning kraken effigies and occasionally tossing their own goats into the sea. Hopefully you haven't just spawned a cult. Your Majesty, it's an honour to invite you to the Lord's Hunt next year. The hunt will be taking place in late spring, so keep your schedule clear. Of course, as a marcher yourself, you've taken part in the Lord's Hunt many times before. You know what to expect. I look forward to it. Of course, why wouldn't you? Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The thrice cursed Queen is still refusing to sell us any public land. It makes sense, the treasury's flush with coin right now. Patience, my friend, let's bide our time until the Queen's gold runs out. The patricians' aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. I think we're good. Good for our current lot. The jousting tournament and the Lord's Hunt. Oh, it's so... Oh, man. Okay. I don't know that I can ban the Lord's Hunt while going on it. Let's start the Lord's Hunt. And if we can ban it, we might do an end of jousting. After several days riding along muddy roads, you have arrived in the march for the Lord's Hunt. What weapon did you bring for the occasion? A crossbow. What animals did you help you catch your prey? A pack of well-trained hounds. Ah, Your Majesty, please, you could make it. You see you brought a crossbow. Don't like getting up close and personal, eh? Pack of hounds. Excellent. These woods are teeming with game, Your Majesty. As the Queen, it's up to you to decide what we hunt. I feel like the White Hart. Are you sure, Your Majesty? The White Hart is said to live in these woods, but it's a rare and elusive beast. They say it's nearly impossible to catch. I'm sure. Yeah, let's do it. There's no shame in ambition, Your Majesty. You will find it. We might. Arrow Ace lifts the horn to her lips and blows, producing a sound that scares birds from the surrounding trees. Let the Lord's Hunt commence! We're going for the White Hart, everyone. Send me good vibes. You spur your horse on through the undergrowth with your finger resting on the trigger of your crossbow. A pack of baying hounds stream ahead of you. As you ride on for the wilderness, searching for a flash of white between the trees, but none is forthcoming. That day you go home disappointed. Do not be dispirited, Your Majesty. We'll try again tomorrow. But the next day you're unlucky again. On the third day you rise early and sally out into the woods. This is your last chance to catch the elusive beast. Tomorrow you must return to the capital. 15% search for the White Hart. Let's go. Just as the sun is getting low in the sky, you see it. A flash of white fur in the distance. You spur your horse after your prey, leaving the barons far behind. There's no mistaking it. A proud beast, its antlers raised, its skin as white as snow. It stands protectively over a young fowl, scraping the ground with its hooves. The fowl stares at you with eyes as big and round as saucers. It's got a kid. It's got a kid. Ah. Oh, no, we're sympathetic. We're not going to do it. More rug? Spare the White Hart. By the time the barons arrive on the scene, the White Hart and its child have already fled. What was it, my liege? What did you see? Nothing at all. Bad luck, my liege. It seems we won't be catching the White Hart today, eh? Killing that rare beast would have been a feather in your cap. But at least you sleep that night with a clear conscience. Oh. Oh, Majesty, the Barons of the March have invited you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. I'd love to attend and support a knight. Chancellor inclines their head politely. It wouldn't be my ideal day out, Your Majesty, but I'm sure you will have a marvellous time. Your Majesty, the richest merchants in the coast have bribed the patricians to give them an exclusive charter. They now control all trade of glassware and jewellery, the coast's most valuable goods. It's a monopoly, Your Majesty. They're scamming the public by fixing prices, pushing smaller traders like myself out of business. Something must be done. Monopoly, No, we can get a taste of the bribes or declare it null and void. This is definitely, I'd want to do null and void because I want to look after the little merchants, but whether the council will agree, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to kill the White Hart. Oh, that baby. I'm still hung up on that. You order your soldiers to break up the monopoly, accompanied by an even more fearsome threat: lawyers. The charter is declared illegitimate. Many patricians lose their investments. Smaller traders in the coast flourish once more, and prices return to a sensible level. The common folk rejoice. Where are the grandees? They're kind of outnumbered and they're not the most active. Ernesto and the grandees still need 2 points of farming. Avis and the patricians need to drop me by 11,030 gold or more. The favoured competitor, blood money, your heir. There we go. Let's work through this. The barons have assembled upon a jousting field, watching from tall stands. The place is buzzing with excitement. Welcome, one and all. We have a most thrilling guest today. Cheering erupts and the nobles stamp so hard that the stands tremble. Your Highness, the highest ranking knights of the tournament are applying for your favour. First is Baron Gibbo Nexus the Cunning, who won every belt last year. Some claim that he cheated, but surely they're just jealous. Second is Baroness Kitty Caffey II. No one thought she would succeed this year, but she's obviously trained hard. People are calling her the underdog is Gibbo and Kitty. And finally, this is Grandee Sideshow, the interloper. A surprise foreign contestant, but he qualified nonetheless. So, Your Majesty, who will you favour? It's literally written in the sign. We love a good underdog story. So we are going to favour, just off the back of that, Baroness Kitty Cathy II, the underdog. You beckon her forward and affix a ribbon to her chest. Well done, Kitty. The crowd cheers as she rides the starting post. Clap politely. Kitty Cathy II bows once more and the bout begins. Grandy sideshows her first opponent. Their horses stamp as the two jousters glare across the field. How about you? The jousters gallop towards each other. Sideshow catches Kitty squarely in the chest with his lance. Slowly, painfully, she topples down to the dust. Praise be! Victory! Randy's Sideshow goes on to win the day, claim a hefty prize, and is on track to win the entire jousting championship. Baroness Kitty carries on bravely competing, but the Baron's muttered that your so-called favour is nothing but bad luck. Oh, you can't blame my favour. Sorry, Kitty. Oh. Who even allowed a southerner to partake? It's very sad, yeah. I thought you were going to go for the Grandies a second there. Thank you, Knight, if you didn't. Maybe I should have done, then they wouldn't have won. Alright, what's this? Mutated zombie, what's up? Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong in the coast. Really, because you're looking at me like you've just swallowed a wasp. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money troubles. Most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for a drop of my blood, an offer which I absolutely didn't accept. You keep looking at me like I've trod on your foot. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me by telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass any of her magic. Let's fetch the court position to see if we can lift your curse. No, I'm sober, so I wouldn't drink the wine. After a week confined to a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, her magic stops affecting Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush IV so strongly. He's even able to talk about his ordeal directly. I always tolerated that bloody witch. She'd sell medicine to the peasants and help them find lost sheep. Never suspected she was capable of something like this. We need to call a vote. Send a regiment to take back my stolen lands. It's a bit much. I'm going to be real with you all. How do we feel? How do we feel about that 40%? We're either going all in or we're all out. It's up to you. Well, yeah, letting him suffer is a thing. How do we feel? Are you feeling it today? Okay, that's a clear 40%. Let's go. When the coastal troops arrive on Lord Patrician Mutated Zombie Bush IV's estate, the lands itself fight them, the soil swallows them whole, trees snatch them up and tear them apart. By the time they fight their way through to the manor, the witch has already escaped, along with what remained of Mutated Zombie Bush IV's gold. The peasants have no memory of their time under the witch's rule, but the churches have been burned, and profane messages scrawled on their charred walls. The fields have been sown with salt. That was yuck. That was bad. That was really bad. That could upset my plan to get my ambition. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. E3, what have we got? Number 2. My daughter. The assembled nobles break out in polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. What happened? Mutated, we tried to use the military to take your lands back, and the witch won. The witch took everything. Took all your money. Took all your farming. You got nothing left. The dirt ate the soldiers. Yeah, they fell into pits. Your esteemed highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Karla the Second. Marvellous, your esteemed highness. I'm sure little Karla the Second will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Alright, Grandee C, the aqueduct for farming. And I like farming as well, so we all want more farming. Don't look at A. A is awful. In other news, let's see. The Grand Bazaar D would also be good. That would give the Grandees a bit of money. I wouldn't mind E, the monument. But, you know, I think C and D are what people really want. Here's everyone's money. We're going to start the auction now. Type !fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will get a refund. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Only going big for E. I don't mind it. I would have thought the Grandees would show up for C though. Well, well, well. What do we have there? "10 seconds, everyone. About to have a 1 penny item. Wow. A fortress for 4 money. Well done, Kitty. You got yourself a prison. Not a fortress, sorry. I did not see that happening. Here we go, a new contraption. Your Majesty, a grandee by the name of Weldris II wants to present you a new invention. Your Majesty, oh no, I thought it was the Combine Harvester. Damn it all! Weldris, why did it have to be the frickin' guillotine? Why couldn't you have invented the Combine Harvester? I need agriculture, goddammit! Your Majesty, we are entering a modern age. A more humane age. Yet botched executions are commonplace. Decapitations where the head doesn't come off, or hangings where it does. No more. Behold, a merciful machine for removing heads quickly and painlessly. I call it the Weldris. He swishes away the cloth to reveal a huge machine of iron and wood. It has a hole for someone to place their head and a heavy blade dangling ominously above it. The sight sends a chill down your spine. How do you want to name this horrible thing after yourself? Why not? It's a machine of mercy. With a little funding, Your Majesty, I can distribute the Weldris across the kingdom. You won't regret this. Okay, let's see. Well, we don't want to kill Weldris. Vote how you like, everyone. We can ban it, or we can just fund it to roll it out. Easier to kill things than invent. Grandees are known for faith, not intelligence. I really wanted that combine harvester. I really did. I really wanted it. I really wanted food. Why couldn't it have been food? Hundreds of Weldresses are built in the southern workshops and sent out to courthouses all over the kingdom. Soon you're chopping through a backlog of condemned prisoners with unprecedented speed and unprecedented mercy. Oh, a letter. A letter has arrived from Baroness Kitty Caffey II, Your Majesty. Your favoured competitor from the Baron's jousting tournament, if you recall. She was badly injured in the final bout and had to pay an expensive physician to treat her leg. Nobles across the kingdom have raised concern about the safety of jousting. They're worried a fad will become even more dangerous. I mean, we're not going to ban it. Oh shit, I can't veto it. I'm happy to say A or C. I don't want to ban jousting, I want to keep it active for another game. I'll put Royal Gamble on this. And in that way, I pay Kitty and I get a bit of money back. Vote C, everyone. C to treat Kitty's broken leg. Oh. Okay, SpongeBob, calm down. Wait, what? What's SpongeBob? MS Paint prompt. Okay, Wolf Warrior, welcome on in. Chief Star Trek. That's a lot of stuff, Wolf. It's not meant to be like a whole thing. But okay. Try and keep prompts to like one term or one concept. Because that's going to be fused with like whatever else other people redeem for the MS Paint prompt. My wig, my wig. Oh, okay. Dragging to the north. I don't know what that's. South cheering at jousting. Oh god. Okay. Well, I mean, this is going to be a mess one. With horse girls. Okay. So we're going to have the Chief Star Trek dragging to the north, the South cheering at jousting with horse girls. Figure it out. Baroness Kitty Caffey II gratefully accepts your gift. Meanwhile, the jousting craze booms all across the march and beyond. No worries, Kitty. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the mother of the nation. I'm not going to get it, am I? But so far you've not convinced anyone. I knew it! The kingdom's farms aren't producing enough food, Your Majesty. The peasants can't rely on you. If only it weren't for that witch. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. You want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you? You need to pivot. Change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeated by schemes within schemes of your own. But your other advisors have other ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies and force them to submit. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend you our full support. With backing of the Church, the nobles would dare move against you. Oh, Blood Reaper, did your join command work? I don't think so. No, it did. Here you are, you're a grandee. Welcome on in. Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard of the Sceptre of Sages? It's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any queen who recovers it will rule over a golden age. Well, it's pretty simple. Stability for sober. We're going to go for Beloved of the Small Folk, but farming's failed, so we'll go for the spy network. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin recruiting spies. We'll send them across the kingdom in the guise of travelling bards. But this will require a fine touch. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's stability and overall trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Lynxboo, you can't control where you go, I'm afraid, but you've got the grandees. You can only choose which faction you join at the start of a new dynasty at the first joining screen. So, I mean, you got into the grandees, so it's no problem. But for future reference, when the game is in motion, you can't pick. But welcome on in, buddy. We're nearing the end, I believe. Yeah, just common tax, everyone. Jousting fever, eh? I regret to inform you of a jousting-related petition for the March, Your Majesty. Why the regret? It's a splendid idea. Your Majesty, we must reinstate jousting as the official justice system at the March. Trial by combat's the way it used to be before the courts started sticking their noses in. You know what? We are not going to support it. But I'm happy if they want to adopt it, they can. Shall we have jousting be our justice system in the March? I think for disputes among nobility, cool, fine. Seems my game and Twitch. Oh, okay. You'll have to do that through your game app, Blood Reaper, and double check it. Twitch did change its what do you call it recently? It's the ports it uses. So Chancellor looks sceptical but says nothing. The barons are delighted. The March reports a drop in crime as people are fearful of being impaled by a lance. However, there is a sharp rise in lance-related injuries, as well as a drop in strictly sporting jousts. Oof. Jousting chaos. The rewards of prosperity. Your esteemed highness, the merchants are visiting the coast from as far afield as Valamir and Etesh. Our quarterly figures are stunning. Ugh, merchants. Yes, yes, I agree. But they're a small price to pay for the prices they pay. Your Highness, a coastal economist has an audacious idea for this wealth. Call it an experiment. We give the peasants gold whether or not they're working. This will ensure a base level of comfort and security for all. Depths below, what are you saying? That we should hand out cash for nothing? With respect, how is that different from the patricians receiving fees from their serfs? It's completely different. Your esteemed highness, this lunacy cannot possibly be considered. We kind of want them to go elsewhere as well. Encourage the merchants to visit other regions across the kingdom. That way everyone gets a bit of trade. And we're a little more healthy and robust. B is the way, everyone. Be you Baron or Grandee, B is what we want for more trade. Oh, the Grandees have woken up. It's called wages. I mean, yeah. Okay, 8 to 4. That seems good. Debts below, but those are our merchants. It's tough for the patricians to give up some of their monopoly. But as merchants extend trade routes across the kingdom, the other regions quickly feel the benefit. More and more counting houses are built and long abandoned roads are rebuilt to allow safe passage of caravans. The patricians are fuming, but they've got nothing. All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Let me show you. Your spy master takes you through a secret passage in your own private office. You emerge into a hidden chamber, where a number of hooded figures are waiting. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip a knife between a traitor's ribs. How can you be sure of their loyalty? I've been very careful in my selection. You can rely on these agents. Soon they will infiltrate the courts of the nobles on your council, disguised as travelling bards. One of these spies tosses aside her cloak, revealing a lute in the colourful costume of a troubadour. With charm and flattery, they'll worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. Then we'll have a spy network the likes of which the world has never seen. I hope to make even the gaunted Tavlin look like rank amateurs. That should put a stop to all their foolish scheming. And it will keep the kingdom stable for the rest of your reign. A little blackmail is a small price to pay. A week later, before you hear more news, your spy master arrives in your office with a tiny scroll, small as a cherry stem, clutched between two fingertips. This Majesty, this is a message from one of our agents in the field, Your Majesty. I sent to the Grandee Linkspoot's manor, disguised as a caroller, armed with a lute and a book of hymns. Open it? Of course. Wait to hear the success of your fledgling spy. 80%. We're gonna be good, right? Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good. The spy master studies the scroll for a moment, and a smile creeps across her face. She holds it over a candlelit flame and it vanishes into a puff of cinders. She's been welcomed into Grandee Linkspoot's court with open arms, and is already flattering him with fawning songs. Let's hope our other spies are just as successful. Over the next few weeks you receive back word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them have successfully wormed their way into your nobles' courts. Now we must hope they can maintain their cover. Wait and see. 90%. A few more weeks. No! A few more weeks pass. You wait anxiously for another message. When it arrives, however, your spy master reads it with a face like thunder. Do you want the good news or the bad news? Just give me the bad news and get it over with. The bad news is we had to dredge one of our spies' bodies out of a canal yesterday. But the good news is that Grandy Linkspook couldn't work out who sent her, so that's something at least. Another death on my conscience. Oh, get over it, you're the queen. It's part of the business. The problem is that the kingdom's too unstable. Everyone's on edge, everyone's paranoid. If a bard shows up on their doorstep, they ask difficult questions. Of course, they're right to be paranoid, but it's no good for us. We need your nobles to be fat and happy. Over the next month, more and more of your spies are ferreted out, killing in increasingly gruesome ways. Luckily, your involvement remains a mere rumour. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing the kingdom's stability as much as possible in the next 2 seasons. The challenge will decrease in difficulty with each failed attempt. Maybe they just hate bards. Maybe they couldn't sing songs right. That's true. No, I'm good. I'm good with what we currently got. Golden choice? Nah. Oh my good god, everything's happening down here. Your Majesty, alas, there's been some strange happenings at the newly built library. But I'd rather keep it quiet for now. The other nobles can be so judgmental. I don't want people to think I can't have a grip on my own library. Tell me more. Odd symbols are being painted on the bricks of the library. No one knows where they're coming from. Those who look at them too long grow restless and feverish. We must flee. I'll keep it quiet for now. Knife bless you, Your Highness. What should we do, Your Majesty? It's horrible for visitors. Just paint over them. Grandy Bloodreaper hires some peasants to give a fresh lick of paint to the library. As soon as new symbols appear the next dawn, they are painted over before midday. That went smoother than I expected. Hopefully this is the last we hear of it. Red comet was spotted in the night sky over the south, Your Majesty. The peasants are claiming it's a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? I'll tell them there's nothing to worry about. You delivered a speech reassuring the peasants of the south that the comet isn't a good or bad thing, just a thing. Probably the ninth god riding a chariot, or whatever. Fortunately, the common folk take you at your word. After all, if the Queen said something, you'd better listen. The peasants go back to work in the fields, ignoring the comet entirely. There we are. Patrician advisor comes to you bearing a covered tray. He uncovers it with a flourish. A cook in our fortress has been cooking these in the canteen, and the troops love it. Your esteemed highness, would you care to try some? Just a little. The lemon is so sharp that it makes your eyes water. He watches you expectantly. Delicious. Marvellous. I mean, delighted you enjoy it. Trays of pickled lemons are carted out and served to the assembled nobles. Many are enthusiastic, but Grandy Bloodreaper shakes their head in disgust. Dreadful! How can you bring this to us? It tastes like rotting flesh. How dare you! You insult the pride of the patricians? Your Holiness, please have this dreadful stuff taken away at once. You know what? I want to hire the chef. Let's do that. That'll keep people happy, right? B, to hire the original chef. They work in the palace. And the patricians get to see their food taken seriously, which will get them to simmer down a bunch. Okay, very good, very nice. The nervous chef makes his way from the fortress to become an official member of the palace staff. You throw banquet after banquet and the nobles hurry to attend. You'll serve pickled lemons at breakfast, lunch, afternoon, dinner, supper and even the occasional midnight snack. The coastal fortress becomes a culinary landmark with chefs and critics making pilgrimages to visit. Your wife isn't impressed about eating pickled lemons morning and night, but never mind that. More, more, more. Well, I'm sorry, wife. We gotta have a lemon. I think we're flying high. I think we're good. Symbols. Average British man, no offence. Wait, what? Got out. Sorry, wife. Lemons. Your Highness, you recall the symbols that kept showing up on our library? Is that still happening? Yes, but now someone's carving them. We discovered a network of abandoned tunnels beneath the library itself. The tunnel walls are carved with those very same symbols. When I tried going inside, my legs wouldn't move. I could do nothing but run away. What should we do? I mean, I'm going to do a call for unity, and I'd imagine we can send an explorer or have the tunnels flooded. I'll let you all vote though. Oh, blimey. What's up? Okay. Very few of you showed up to vote, but that's alright. It looks like we're swinging to C hard. Boom, boom. A historian from Quail University makes her way to the Southern Library, staying at Blood Reaper's estate while she studies. I've never seen sigils like this. Could be a dialect of later Valetian, perhaps, but in the south of all places? At last, a mystery worth solving. You await her results with anticipation, so does Blood Reaper, who is running low on candles, wine and patience. Oh, I have to live with a shabby specimen? News, Your Highness, a meddling wizard has set up shop in Hartsburg. I believe it's Pestia, Lady of Pestilence. Tell me more about this lady. Wizards have managed to tame creation itself. They wield untold power and are naturally distrusted by the Church. Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't dare move against them openly. Pestia has influence over plagues, diseases, insects and other horrid things like that. She's put a call out for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking commoners from all over the march are lining up for their chance. Not just peasants, I, Blood Reaper, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those peasants are no match, and I'll be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. You couldn't put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help. Don't allow him, he was rude to the student. Oh, okay. Do you want to be a wizard Blood Reaper? Are you willing to pay for it? We can't let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard on the council would present a clear and dangerous conflict of interest. Let's assemble the council. Cheers, Your Highness! Okay. Blood Reaper can go and we just lose Defiance. Or they can go and pay for it and we get some cash. Make your decision, everyone. Blood Reaper wants to go. It is close between the two. I'm going to do a final countdown here now. That's an acceptable compromise. Blood Reaper begins their journey to Hartsburg immediately. Their successor, Blood Reaper II, inherits their position on the council, but the treasury confiscates the vast majority of wealth as payment. Let me have a look-see. Kill count, salutes in chat. A noble has been removed from the council. They don't die, but they die as in they've retired effectively from the council. Estia's presence in Hartsburg attracts all sorts of visitors. Through the power of her latent magic starts to wilt crops for miles around. Alright, that's it, isn't it? Alright, GG everyone. I think we're good. Once again, my spies have embedded themselves in your nobles' courts. Hopefully they'll meet with more success this time. Wait to hear your spies can maintain their cover. A few more weeks pass, you wait anxiously for news of your spy's progress. One day your spy master appears at your desk, her face lit by a triumphant smirk. Goodbye, Trocker. Everyone say goodbye to Trocker Nero in chat. Thank you for being here, Trocker. Good news, Your Majesty. Our spies have uncovered some of your nobles' darkest secrets. Did you know Lady Patrician Teenybird has an irrational fear of lemons? You do now. That's great, because I've got a kitchen full of lemons. Teeny, it's lemon time. We even have a few illicit romances between the nobles and our generically attractive bards. The blackmail writes itself. This has gone better than I expected. You do enjoy the services of an excellent spy master. But we can't get complacent. We must see if our other spies are equally successful. Over the next few weeks, your spies send back more and more positive reports. Soon you've established a spy network throughout the entire kingdom. It's with a sense of smugness that you call your next council session. As the nobles file in, you realise you know all their secrets, their weaknesses, everything. Listen, Your August Majesty, I've been thinking the taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them? No. I must have misheard you. I just called a vote. Let's go. Chop chop. Lord Patrician, can you come over here for a moment? I need a word in private. Lord Patrician slippity slap walks up to your throne, his face quizzical. Your spymaster leans in and whispers something in his ear, and he looks suddenly horrified. By the knife, how do you know that? Only my mother knows about that. Sit down, Lord Patrician. If the Queen doesn't want to vote today, there will be no vote. Lord Patrician's slippity slap returns to his seat, trembling like a leaf. This is outrage! The vote must go ahead. Hi. Care for some lemonade? Ah! Leave me alone. I'll do whatever you say. About time. The lemons are here. When you leave the council, all the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun, an era of cooperation, or else. Your spymaster meets you outside, unable to keep the sly smile off her face. We did it. Wait, we should start teaching little Karla II how to follow my footsteps. After this, I think she'll be wearing a crown one day. That night you sleep untroubled sleep for the first time since you first sat on your throne. No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare defy you. You simply need to mention offhandedly that you know what they did last winter, or that you know where they sleep at night. And celebrate their victory. Oh, GG everyone, GG, thank you for being here. We're going to go to the sign for a quick moment, because I'm going to hold a vote. Let me go to the poll. Where are we? Poll, new poll, inheritance. What will Karla II get? Will she inherit sympathetic? Or will she inherit sober? We got 2 minutes to vote, starting now. There you go, vote in chat. Link Spook, thank you for the follow. I try and stream King of the Castle every Saturday and Sunday. So, you know, next week I've only got it on Saturday. It's at 12:30 UK time I start the stream. We start the game at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So what is it now? We've been going for 2 hours now, so whatever the time is now for you, 2.5 hours before this time. Sympathetic is winning out large. No, not another round, no. Only do one a day. One of their parents was known to drink during celebrations. The other was happy to drink the lemon-made recipe from the coast. So not sober. Yeah, that makes sense. The barons celebrated their victory, and Karla was venerated as a true hero of the march. But some whispered that the barons were losing control of their puppet as Queen consolidated her power around her heir, Princess Karla II. The patricians' attempt to buy the kingdom ended in failure. Bankruptcies were filed, marks were scratched in secret ledgers. The risk-reward calculus wasn't favourable, perhaps next time. The grandees prayed and prayed and prayed for a miracle to place Ernesto in his rightful place on the throne, but no miracle came. Queen Karla ruled from the shadows, getting her way in the council with blackmail and threats. The nobles were terrified, but the peasants considered it a golden age. After 15 years unquestioned rule, Queen Karla died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. Queen Karla I, the Absolutist. Yeah, was raised with the story of the white nag, the Queen spared. Nice, yeah, that works. Okay, we got sympathetic next time. Oh. So I'll make a note of that. Let's have a look. So we got Queen Karla the Absolutist. The wealthiest noble is Gibbo. Blood Reaper and a bunch of you had no money, if I remember right. And finally, here's Karla the Second. She's inherited the eye patch. And look at that, the kingdom has turned around a bit. We've turned a corner. We're gonna see what we get to go with sympathetic. I'll roll it up off stream. She's so wide she covers the authority counter. Yeah, look, it's all that lemon she's been eating when she grew up. But alright, let's go do this paint then. This goddamn paint. That should show up in front of everything, right? She has a broad authority. She won't get scurvy, that's true. Okay, let's see here. Kitty, thank you for the lurk. We got jousting with horse girls, the South cheering, and the Chief Star Trek dragging to the north. I don't know. What is dragging to the north? I mean, we'll just have it situated in the north. And I don't even know what the Chief Star Trek would look like, to be honest. But alright. So yeah, let's maybe not quite that bad, but let's get a few mountains up there. Thank you for the lurk, mean man. Yeah, I'm going to play something else after I've done the MS Paint, but as we got all the MS Paint redeems, that would be possible to show up. There's a mountain here. There we go, and let's have another one in the back. Maybe not that bold. There we go. And perhaps a final one over here. Alright, so there's the north. Now, as for Star Trek, I don't know anything about Star Trek. It's a show for like turbo nerds. But I do know the Star Trek ship looks something like this. Right? I think that's pretty much what they look like. And maybe, does it have like little windows around the top here? And then they have the little teleporters, right? So, god damn, this is going to be tiny. Let's give him an axe. There we go, and maybe another one back here. Let's see. And some straps. There we are. And I don't know, what was the teleport thing? Is it just like... something like that, right? It had like these little rings that would show up. That'll do, and... yeah, there we go. They've come in, they've been teleported back down to the north, and god damn it, what is it? Uma Musume or whatever it's called? How the fuck do you even draw a horse girl, really? Then what? Are they all dressed up like Japanese Japanese high schoolers, aren't they? So give her a little sailor outfit there. That looks bloody awful. Maybe... Alright. And what I'll do... Where is it? Edit. Copy. Edit. Right. Can I flip it? No. Ah. Oh wait. There it is, there's the option, there we go. Well done, MS Paint. And let's see, let's have some grandies jousting. This is bloody awful, but okay. Where's the rubber? Let's get rid of that little line. It's amazing! Oh dear, thanks guys. Oh. And then we want another Grandie. Let's get the rubber quickly now. Probably rub this bit out, so we're going to draw over it anyway. Keeps looking so confused. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Doing, yeah, exactly. What are they doing? Okay, and then we'll just have some like whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, time to throw down some colour. The amount of time spent on it is pretty good. Without looking as obnoxiously easy as Tony Hart made it look. Oh, okay, yeah, no. it's part of it is just like, I did do it with like proper pictures, but I just don't have the energy to do them anymore. Like, it'd take like an hour or two per picture, and I just didn't have it in me to keep up the energy for it. But this, it's easy. I can doodle something like this in a few minutes. Oh wait, give the wolf pink ears, why not? This is something I've only really started doing. Maybe not that. That can go down there. We kind of want more metal. There we go. And then maybe... There we go. Who won? It was the Queen and the Barons. Well, I mean, they're anime girls, so they'd have funny coloured hair, right? Can't even get the... I guess. It's the, Oh, okay, right. We've got a gap to fill back there. This is from King of the Castle, so King of the Castle has a fantastic soundtrack. Okay. Alright, as for the Voyager, let's do it in sort of light grey. And for the mountains, I don't know, is white okay, or... Yeah, I think this looks good. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, this was a thing. This'll do. It's just in the art folder. It's freaking... Let's go. Save as PNG. What do we got? This is number 28. Alright. There we go, everyone. What do you think? Let me just go find my folder with it. And I'll put it on the Discord. Oh no! Where's art? Art is there. So dim. Alright. There we go. That's now on the Discord in the art. So if you want it for yourselves, you can join the Discord. There's the link. Oh, we'll get rid of that now. Let's see, what shall we do next? We shall have a look. You know what? I think I just want to do more Forever Winter. So let me get off of this.